printed it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do too many things.
Okay, well, Stephen?
So who do we have to thank for this?
Shane.
This was a celebration of life, of Ginger, I guess, so the school was handing it to me.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
Who was it for?
Oh, I've got a whole
Oh,
Robin.
And I didn't say the chamber, I said the town.
No, she said you said
Oh.
that.
Thank you.
I wouldn't have feared either way.
Yes.
No, they said nothing about that.
I'll tell you, we'll go over it.
Okay.
So, all right. So we're gonna approve minutes from the last meeting. David, make a motion. Thank you. Joyce, can you second that? All right. Any corrections or updates or changes needed? Seeing none, all those in favor? Thank you. Okay. In NCC input for the 27th and survey.
She just sent me an email and wanted to confirm the amount of time. She said it would probably take about 20 minutes, 30 minutes to make a presentation, and then she wanted, if she had the time, she wanted to be able to put up some, give everybody post-it notes and have them go up to some charts she was going to make, which is a way to determine how people are feeling.
Sure.
So I'll tell her, okay.
Yeah. And then we're going to go over, we're going to go over Jen's and the community's presentation
Right.
on what we already have.
Facilities.
Yeah. So we'll go over that as well.
What's her, I thought her presentation was going to be given today.
She can't be here today, so she emailed it to us, but we don't have the projector or the email. So I'm going to email it out to everybody so that you can go over it and add edits. And she's looking for input. She can't work on it until Wednesday, so if you have any chance tonight or tomorrow, then she has a block of time, and she said she could work on it on Wednesday to add inputs.
Yes, I had emailed her a bunch of information about it.
Great, I'm sure she'll put that in. Yeah. Hello, would you like to cut cake?
Thank you, I have one. I'm not going to be able to stay, but I wondered if there was anything I could answer or do before I leave again.
So, just logistics as well. Who do we ask for projector for here for the 27th? For the 27th, not today? No, the 27th?
Okay.
Okay, so that type of thing.
That's on the list, yeah,
Okay.
on your reservation already.
All right, and then, I don't know if you know Country Council, but if we have some of those big post-its.
Yeah, we've got those, yeah, all
Markers.
that's the list.
Yep, and then, I think that's it as well. And if you could continue to add this to the Jackson newsletter for, for the school, that would be awesome. So we're just gonna go over, Janice was just going over the timeframe and stuff for the North Country Council for the 27th.
All right,
And
that
the
sounds
survey.
good. And can you touch base with me about some of the school facility stuff? But I don't want to come about it.
Okay, I will reach out to you. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so they need about 20, 25 minutes, and we're gonna need.
And then she wants to do that, so 15, so make it no more than, say, 40 minutes.
Yeah, and then Jen's presentation, I'm assuming we went over it in 20 minutes,
Right.
and that was with Ed's conversation and such, so it'll probably be pretty much the same, if not maybe a little longer for clarification for the community questions, but I think we have it pretty well nailed down to all truths, no questions of what facilities we have in town and such like that, so I think that'll be helpful for everybody. And again, we're going to send that information out. It'll be on the website. It'll go out in some condensed fashion to the, with the survey as well. So.
Okay.
So it's really an education session for the community and to get some input. And I haven't talked to Susie. I should call her. Just to send over.
Yeah, you could, and then you could ask her if she's been able to find any surveys.
Because I
When she
did ask that.
didn't speak to me after you spoke to her. She said she would check with other people and bring them with her, and I said, well, we could get them sooner than that.
Right, the state of the.
Yeah.
Okay. Input for the committee. So far for communications that we've sent out, we sent it out in e-news, went out in the Jackson Grammar School newspaper, for the parents. It is located in the post office, right? Kathleen printed some up. It's at J-Town. I'm not sure where else.
Yeah, I went
And then
to, yes, Kathleen, thank you. She's been very good with her graphics and her printing, which has been helpful for me. I appreciate that. But it went to J-Town, Madalena's, Debeney's, the Post Office, Whitney Center, Red Fox, Eda White's, Grant's, Badger, Peabody Real Estate, Info Board at the Auto Nomad, and Jackson Elementary, the Jackson Library, Jackson Town Hall, Pringles Historical Society, Wentworth Golf, the Glen Gas Station, and Variety Store.
Awesome.
Yeah. Kathleen printed some more.
Yeah, if you guys think of someplace else that you want to put one or two, take some. I'm going to take a couple.
Inclusive list.
Well, it was, yeah, it wasn't,
We're trying to do our best.
it's not like North Conway.
Well,
It's just much easier.
And did you want to talk about we agreed we were going to do that?
Yes, I took the postcards to Minuteman today, so they should be done by Thursday, and then I would swing by and bring it to the post office.
So Janice orchestrated to have the post office drop done, so every person will have one in their mailbox as well, in a way. So that.
And I just told them to, it was 174, but when I went, I hadn't had the time to write it up, so I hand-wrote it, so they're gonna have to do a graphic to put it on there, but it shouldn't be much more.
Right.
And I told them to send the bill to Julia, care of Facilities Committee, from the Jackson Town Hall, because the one you have is,
Yes. Yeah.
that's what I
To
did.
go to make sure there's no traffic, that's all. Okay.
Will this 27th be only live?
Hank is gonna be there to videotape it as well.
Pass. So it won't be live on Zoom or anything like that?
I can do it live.
He could do it live.
Because I'm just thinking about the people that don't live here. They
Yep.
don't have access to
We
it.
could do it live.
How are they gonna know about it?
Well, it wouldn't be on the postcard.
I could,
We
I'm
could
sure.
put it in e-news. That would be the best. You know?
Or if I did live, where would I tell them that they would go see it?
I can give you the link to that.
Hank can do that.
Okay, because I might be able to get that on the postcard before they print it.
I can do that tonight.
Okay.
It's a good option. I'd like people to be here because I'd like their input. So if they can't be absolutely here, because we had that issue when we did live with a couple of the town and the school board meetings. People didn't realize they couldn't, it's not a two-way street. So they're just listening.
Right.
So they couldn't really put their input in, they couldn't vote.
You know, I'm just thinking of these, the taxpayers who don't live
Right,
here,
Yeah.
that won't give them their appeal.
right, that's true. We won't get an, well, it'll be on e-news, so hopefully they've signed up for e-news.
And it's on the town
Yes, it'll be on the town website, so yeah. So we don't have Jen's updated materials. If you were here for the last meeting, it was pretty well updated.
Yeah.
At that point, you, I think Kathleen, you
Yeah.
went around and did
Went
some
out and got
photos.
pictures, so-
Yep, of the other things, so.
Mostly it was just greenery, so I'm not sure I got the right patch of trees. but-
Someone will tell you if you got the wrong patch, I'm sure. So I think we're all set there. I think it's a short meeting, so questions, input, what are we missing for the 27th or?
The other piece is the press release did get
Oh, right,
in
yes.
the paper Saturday. This is the one that I sent you for
Yep,
announcing that the committee had been established and that Stacy Bell was your guest on the 27th. So that's another way.
did everybody see it in the paper? You got one?
When was it?
Saturday, in the back.
First time anything's ever been in the paper.
I saw that there was a committee and a list of people.
It must be on page
You
22.
might have seen it on the second page.
Really?
I know. Surprising, you know, the Saturday papers usually.
Your name's in it.
I first one?
Yeah?
That's what happens when it's in.
Yeah.
I have a question about
Yes.
communicating with taxpayers, like you have a list of taxpayers that own property here. Obviously, some of them don't have addresses, you know, their main address here. And you have all that information to mail them the postcard?
No, it's a drop mailing because the price is far reduced, so it's only going in the
So
post
just the
office
post
boxes
office
and the
box.
highway routes.
And do you have any idea how many people receive the e-news? That, like, we're missing some people here, I'm sure. And I'm just wondering,
Because you have to subscribe to it.
yes, I'm wondering,
I don't,
How do you
we
get
have
in
to
touch?
ask,
Leslie?
Leslie, thank you.
And it's 694 PO boxes and rural route houses.
Pretty good.
All right, the rural routes too, will be getting a postcard.
Yeah.
So there'll be some people, that won't be informed
That's more than 2/3 though, 600. so-
because they're not on the e-news or they don't have a post office box here.
Unless they were in town in
Right.
their second
Saw
home
it
and
in
saw it in the
yeah.
paper or.
Yeah, and then they didn't subscribe to the
So
newspaper.
there actually would be a way to find out who you're not communicating to, because the tax list, if they don't have a post office box, you could at least have a number
Yes,
of people
you can get the tax list and
that
see
you're not,
that their tax bill is
That
being
they-
sent outside, out
right,
of
so
town.
you know how many people are clueless.
Well, we might be able to, that's a good point. So what we could do is, hopefully if we have their address, we can send a survey to them.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good. We'll,
Yeah.
we'll get that then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just keep their names separate, you know, because you'll be in communication with the e-news and the post office box cards. I mean, that seems like such a great way to keep in touch with people, but the other people
Right.
might just fall off the
Mhm.
edge.
Yeah.
So they will certainly get the mailing for the survey, correct?
Yeah.
Since
Correct,
they
if
are-
we go out of our way to make sure that they
And
get
so
their
then-
home address, wherever that may be.
Right,
Yeah.
and so would there, does it make sense to then refer to this,
Yeah, we'll put the link,
link that
Right.
will have been passed, but they could go back?
they can watch all the meetings,
Right.
they can see all the minutes.
Yeah,
It'll be on the town
Yeah.
website, you know,
so,
that type of thing.
yeah,
I mean, I'd like to think if they don't live in town, they at least signed up for the e-news
right.
to stay.
But even still, once the
Right.
mailing goes to them, then
Right.
they have a reference to.
Yeah,
everything.
and that'll be for everybody, even in town, because
Yeah.
you gotta hit people 7 to 10 times before they actually pay
Yeah,
attention.
right, same
Right,
thing.
Yeah.
I know you don't. I have another idea too, with the people that, you only have out-of-town addresses for that are taxpayers. When you, send them the survey, you might want to include the option of signing up for the e-news.
Right, I'll find out.
Because a lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah, you just put Leslie's.
Yeah, so that's pretty easy to sign up for.
Okay,
And, maybe we can communicate with everybody.
that would be
Yeah.
great,
And
Yeah, well, the
that's-
survey would be to everybody.
Yeah,
right?
so maybe, you know, people will not just toss it out, maybe they'll read it and see that they can be in touch with the town. Because it's important, because this is about taxes. This is
Right.
about spending money, so they might wake up to that fact.
Hopefully. I mean, this won't have anything in it about capital money or
Nothing
anything
about it,
at
but
all.
maybe they'll get the drift that, you know, we're trying
It
to
could
figure out.
potentially be.
We're trying to figure out, how to budget money, where the taxpayers want to spend money.
Right.
So, you know, that's the,
Yeah.
kind of like the bottom line.
It's
And
worth it.
hopefully they can, you know, figure that out.
Right. No, that's a good point, though,
Yeah.
the list from the office, so that's good. And we all know that we didn't all need the sun.
Well, I haven't read, I have a stack of papers. I haven't read them yet.
Even,
Yes.
even the Saturday edition.
Mm-hmm, Saturday, Sunday.
But it was a little. All right, so I think we've covered as much as we can. We do have some input from Emily, which was all the things that she has here, we're gonna have them anyway. A banner heading on the town website about the event. The minutes are already on the website, which she has. And then obviously after the event, we'll have Hank's stuff and the slides from Jen will all be on the website as well. So I think that's pretty much all she was asking for there.
Kathleen, could you send an email out to your members that are Axum?
I already did.
Yeah.
Let's add that to the list.
I could do it again.
And then David is kindly working on a survey, which we're not even gonna share at this point. We're still not ready to hand out the draft yet.
The planning board had done a survey in 2001 and then again in 2014. And I had sent a copy of the survey and the analysis of it. So there's a lot of information from that, which I don't know whether
Did you
that's
see that?
We'll send it to you as well.
And I had asked, I sent it, because I don't have the list of everybody,
Right.
and I was hoping that everybody could at least have gotten that email, so they have a.
I know I got it. I didn't go back and look at the distribution list.
And it may have just been that I sent it to you and Barbara because I knew you were working with David, but
And I
I'll
just
send it
added
to
it.
everybody.
Go to city.
Yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
And I just got it, I think, yesterday, so.
No, I didn't send it to David, I sent it to
Myself. and
because
Laura.
they're working with David on the survey, but I will go in and make sure that that gets sent out to everybody.
I didn't have time to delve into it because I had to.
Yeah, well, I just, so people know that, you know, we're kind of reinventing the wheel here.
Yes.
It'd be nice to get the results.
There's information, plenty of information there in the analysis. Of
Janice, did you say you would send them to all of them?
Yes, I will.
Great.
And I thought, well, that Janice would put it up on the, with this.
And to my knowledge, it is up, but Sarah said it wasn't, so I gotta go check and make sure I didn't mess something up. But that is another thing that you can do, is you have access to that drive and you can see all those forms, but I'll send it out because I know what it's like to try to figure that stuff out.
The link you sent to me, it wasn't out there, so I was just wondering what was going on.
I'm just pleased that I was able to send you the link that you asked for.
So I think we're in good shape for the 27th. It really is an education session for all of us. I'm not going into the meeting with expectations other than educating the community and helping to drive some interest as to what we already have and get people starting to think about, you know, what they really want in the community and help maybe do some prioritization. And I'm really curious to see what North Country Council has to say as well. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm just going to see what happens. That's what this whole committee's about, is just trying to figure things out.
Do we have a target for the survey to send out?
November. Yeah. So we'll have the information from the 27th.
Right.
Hopefully another sample survey. We'll take some information from what the town's done in the past and we'll get it together. And then we'll be able to meet right after. I'm like, you know, we'll schedule our next meeting before we leave today. I'd like to have a meeting, at least with the whole committee, in early October while we're still fresh from the 27th. I know that's hard, but it's easier to meet sooner than later. And then if we want to have a subcommittee work necessarily on the survey for the remainder of October, or a couple of weeks, then we will definitely be ready for November.
Will we see that before it goes out?
I would like to say yes. Yes. Yeah. And again, we all have to be open-minded about the survey. You know, we're going to just try to get information. So it may not be perfect for every single person, but to what they, you know, but we're going to get the information that we want, hopefully. So, anything else? 27th, I'm bringing desserts, trying to get childcare.
Well, maybe we should freeze those.
And I need childcare help for the 27th. This PTO can't help me because they don't know anybody. So if anybody has an adult that knows of anybody or several students that might be able to help for that night, let me know.
What do you mean by adult over 18?
Yes. Yep.
How
We just
many,
need one over 18 and then
how many are you thinking?
I'd like to have 2 people.
At least.
Yeah, because the school rule is you can't get to like 7 to 10, depending on the age, you need another person. But we don't have to abide necessarily by the school rules because it's not school function, but to still make people feel independent. They show up with a toddler versus a 12-year-old, who should be in the meeting then, but a 9-year-old or an 8-year-old, something like that.
Should that person come prepared with some activities?
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk to them.
Okay.
Just looking for, see if somebody can help with that. And if we could all be here early for that meeting, that would be nice. And bring a friend or two.
What time is the meeting start?
7. Some of the communication has gone out that it was 6:30, which is fine. I'm fine with that. They can come and have some desserts and. Anything else? We have Hank, we'll have live streaming, we'll record it. All the minutes will be posted prior. I think we've communicated as much as we can and will out to the community at large about the meeting. I think it's a good date. Childcare. That's good. Anything, anybody else, any thoughts? Jen's presentation. So again, Jen said she was going to share that. So if you guys could take a look at it and make sure that it's up to what you think is enough, give her feedback sooner than later. That would be good. She only allocates, she only has so much time she can work on it for us.
So we're not having a meeting before the 27th.
This is it. It's next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Jen will be finished with her presentation.
She said she's got a block of time on Wednesday she's going to work on it. So if we could review, say it's Monday, if you could review it tonight or tomorrow. I didn't get it yet before I left for this meeting. She said she was sending it out, so hopefully she sends it out. And we could just take a quick 20 minutes to look at it, look through it. It was pretty well done before. We just needed some photos and then some dressing up here and there, which she was already on to. So my hope is that for her sake, there's not a lot more time required for input.
Where is this going to be posted? The town website or the town website?
There's a town the town Jackson website. There's a facilities link right on it. That all of our minutes are there already, and Hank's links are there for people who've seen it. So they've been going to that, and we've had 200 people already find it and view it. So.
And those are all out of towners.
Good. So, no, I'm excited. I want to see. I hope we get a good turnout. Yeah.
Did you want to schedule a meeting for after?
Yes, thank you. Do you want to do the 4th? It's a Tuesday. Or you want to do the 3rd, keep it on a Monday? Monday the 3rd, 4 o'clock, here. I'll tell Miss Susan.
Monday the 3rd at
4. People seem to like this time.
It's a good, I like it.
Yeah. Okay. I can't thank you guys enough.
Motion to adjourn?
Yeah. Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all very much. This will be the shortest meeting you've ever had.
You did.